Gotta say, you don't know. A heart I don't show. You can have mine, I can have yours. I see it coming, I see it coming around. I want your loving, but I don't wanna let you down. Don't know why you keep on coming around. If I mean nothing, pull me to the other side. What's it all for? I'll be yours. I got no more closed doors. Open yours. One more kiss. We resist tonight. 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 Deep beneath the fold, you guard yours, I guard mine, same defense. Got locked up emotion, no will to move on. I'll break yours, you break mine. I see it coming, I see it coming around. I want your loving, but I don't wanna let you down. Don't know why you keep on coming around. If I mean nothing, pull me to the other side. What's it all for? I'll be yours. I got no more closed doors. Open yours. One more kiss. We resist tonight. 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 Pull me to the other side. You gotta be like that, pulling on my heart like that. Would you come me some time? Let go, let go. Why you gotta be like that, pulling on my heart like that? Would you come me some time? Let go, let go.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Can people hear me? I think my mic might be a bit louder than it normally is. So feel free to let me know. I'll put the stream on. You'll probably hear my voice back in the microphone, which can be a bit weird, but I can hear that way whether it's too loud, because I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. No, I think it's okay. I think we're good. Okay, sweet. Hello, how are we doing? Pete's not here yet. He will be here in about 5 minutes, hopefully, all being well. I figured this time round I'm starting myself and introducing the stream so that Pete's just here when we begin, because there are a couple of changes this time. Perfect, absolutely brilliant. First off, we're doing Skype rather than Discord. It was at Pete's request, so obviously I want to go with whatever makes him most comfortable. So I was worried about the Skype settings. I think everything's fine now. So the first thing I need to say is he may be quiet when he answers the call. If he is, put something in the chat and tell me. I may need to turn him up. I don't know. Okay, I haven't used Skype for a live stream for a little bit, and actually I don't think I've used it since I got the new laptop, so I need to make sure that it's, working perfectly and all that. Second off, Pete will only be able to be here for half an hour, unfortunately. I know normally these, you sound perfect. Someone's saying lower it down a bit. If anyone else thinks I should lower it down, let me know. Normally these streams are about 2 hours long, and I do a big, massive structured thing where I have my questions that were asked by you guys before the stream, a live chat section, I'm getting caught in my words. A section where you get him to do like voice lines for you. Because he's only here for half an hour, about a quarter of the time, I've got some questions, and I've taken down questions from you guys that you've asked in the lead up to the interview. Those are probably all we have time for. I may not even get through all of those. I really don't know. I haven't done this for half an hour before. I'm not sure how long, each question will take and all that stuff. I just want to get into it and have a good time, basically. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, Peter said to me to just give him a ring at past. He's a really busy guy, as you can tell from the fact that he only has half an hour today. But basically, what I'm supposed to do is as soon as it hits past, I'm just going to call him on Skype And I hope it all works, because if it goes wrong, this is going to be the most embarrassing thing I've done all year, and it's only February, so this will be a really fun time. But I'm looking forward to this. I've wanted to interview Pete for a long time. For those of you who don't know, he's helped a couple of times on the channel. He's done similar to Ian, who's been around here a couple of times, you may know, Voice of Locke. Pete's actually done some voice recording bits for some of my videos before. He did some voice lines for the Payday Endgame trailer, and then he did a couple of lines for the Payday Rise of Dallas trailer that you may have saw last month. So he's helped out before, and I'm really grateful he has, but that was why I thought I'd bring him on here. I said to him, you know, I've spoken to a couple of the actors already, and I really would like to bring you on for an interview. Are you interested? And he just basically said, yeah, it's just finding the time, similar to what I'm with Damien. So I'm really excited. I really am. I just hope it works. Oh, honest to God. But while we're here, just a little bit of kind of general maintenance for live stream stuff. Like I said, going to start in 4 minutes. I'm going to call him. Tomorrow night, I'll be live streaming again. Probably going to do GTA 4. I know a lot of people have asked me to do it, and I really do want to play it now, so I've got the time. Why not jump back into it? And hopefully this weekend we're back with a new video. I have had the most ridiculous amount of time spent trying to write a script for this video that I've now completely trashed because it was 9,000 words long, and I thought, you know what? I'm not doing a video that, well, when I recorded it, it was about an hour and a half long. I thought, no one's going to watch that. It's way too long, so I'm writing a new scripted video. I want to do something scripted for Payday because I haven't done that for a while, and I'm going to give it a go. So I'm hoping to get that up this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be an interesting one. One, trying to look back on Payday 2 and also try and think about what was so good about the game that maybe we'll be considering for Payday 3 as well. So we'll talk about that when the video comes out, obviously. But yeah, so I've got quite a few questions taken down here. Some that I want to ask myself, some that people have asked I've taken down. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, is that? And then I've taken down another 7 from Twitter. Because honestly, 14 questions might not sound like many, but in half an hour, I worry we won't even get through those. And hell, if we get through them fast enough and there's spare time and Pete can hang around for a bit longer, we'll come to you guys in the live chat. That ain't a problem. We won't run out of questions. But I didn't want to over-plan, so I've picked out the best questions out of everything I could find. And, you know, just thought, we'll go into it. We'll have a good time. Did you just say GTA 4? He said the holy words. I did say GTA 4. Why are you doing this while I'm at school? It's the only time Pete was free, dude. I messaged him and asked him about it, and he said, I think he said weekends were completely taken up for him, if I remember correctly. But we settled on Wednesday because it's a day I have off university, so I'm at home anyway. And we can arrange it. We can call it. We can get it all set up. But yeah, I realised there wasn't a lot of notice this time. Normally I announce these things quite far in advance. The reason for that purely is Pete is not very responsive on his phone. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that if he's listening to this right now before I call him. I don't know whether he is. But honestly, there's something quite admirable about that, not being attached to your phone. I wish I was like that. So he doesn't reply all the time to text, so I wanted to make sure that it was nailed and specific. We were going to do this last Wednesday, but I was ill, so I couldn't actually do it, which was really fun. So I had to put it back. I arranged it with him, and we confirmed on Monday that we were doing it this Wednesday. So yeah, I should have announced it on Monday, but I was getting everything set up once to make sure it would work, so it was only yesterday when I announced it. So, you know, I tried my best to get it out as early as I could, and this is the best I managed. So here we go. Okay, 2 minutes to go. I'm excited. It's weird this for me purely because every time I've done a live interview, people have already been there at the start, or at least with the border crossing. I think we called in, but Ian was called like as soon as the stream started. So sitting here waiting, anticipating is very strange. I have to admit. I'm just gonna DM the stream link to Pete on Twitter. I don't know whether he's looking, but stream link calling into. Okay, there we go. So he's got that. But yeah, so hope you're all doing well. I know that there's not loads of people watching people are saying about being in school and work and stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's the best time I could arrange. You know, there wasn't a lot else I could do. Oh, hey up. Standing by. Here we go. He's replied. He's ready to go. Woo! You all ready? I'm excited. I hope this works, okay? Right? I hope this works. If it doesn't, if he's too quiet, too loud, I need you to say stuff in the chat to let me know, okay? Because I really am worried this is going to go wrong. I know that's not the most faithful thing to say, but there we go, okay? So let's make sure we're ready. Okay, let's give him a ring and let's see if this works. We all ready? Let's bring Hoxton in on the call. Here we go, come on. Hello? There we go. Okay, can you hear me, Pete? I can't hear you. Okay, he can hear me. Why is the sound not coming through? That is... Oh, God, that's concerning. Oh, no. Oh, hang on, I think I can hear you now.
Should be all right.
Oh, there we go, fab. Okay, I see you. It's only going to be the voice coming through, so I hope you didn't dress up too much for it. There we go, I can see you now. There we go. Fab.
Well, I might turn off video in that case. Nobody really wants to see that. Hang on.
Well, it's only me anyway. Don't worry about it. Hello. Okay, we're working. Can everyone hear in the chat? Let's see what's going on. Can everyone hear? Oh, Ian Russell has showed up in the chat. He's telling me he's a cacking dwanky. There you go. Ian Russell thinks you're a dwanky, apparently.
Thank you very much.
He's a bit quiet. Okay.
A piece of terminology that I don't know about. Or did he just make that up specially for me?
I feel like that I think it's a lock line. Pretty sure it's a lock line, you know?
Okay. I'm displaying my ignorance.
Okay, right. I'm upping him a bit higher. Maybe too loud now. Let me know, people. I've upped him a bit. There we go. Hello, Pete. How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Not too bad. Yeah, right. Okay, I think we're all good. Is it working? Yes. Wonderful. Cracking. There we go. Ian is here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, all good. Yes. So, fab. So, welcome. I mean, not the first time that you've been involved with the channel, but first time you've been involved live. So, this is it's a fun time. It's a fun time. Yeah, I was saying to chat. So, you've helped out a couple of times with a couple of trailer projects, so thank you again for that, by the way.
You're very welcome.
And I never got to thank you personally for that, so I do appreciate that.
Oh, no worries.
But yeah, I thought I've got a few questions I've got myself, and I've got a few questions that people have asked. Basically, as you said, it's about half an hour we've got, yeah.
Yeah, if that's all right. Yeah, I'll do my best.
It's all good. It's no worries. There we go. So everyone says you're perfect.
You get a string of me saying, I don't know.
Well, I've tried to get some good questions in, okay? I've tried to get some good things, so I hope that they're good, you know? I hope they're good, but we've got some good ones from all around. So we'll go through as many as we can in the half an hour, and if you have to go, then feel free, and we'll take it as it comes, okay?
Thank you. Cheers.
Fabulous. No worries. Right, so it's probably something you've been asked before, but it's the best way to open it up. How did everything start with Hoxton? So how did it begin for you as a role?
Well, it began with an email from my agent saying that we are putting you forward for a role in a video game, and it's slightly unusual in that they want regional accents. So if you can do a regional accent, do that. So I did, and I mean, I'm not, in voiceover terms, accents aren't my forte. I mean, I can sort of hold my own, and I hear plenty of accents around that I think, ooh, that could have been better. But I don't tend to sell myself for accents apart from Yorkshire because I grew up in Sheffield.
Okay.
So they gave me a script, and they were very clear in their directions. They said, whatever you do in this audition, you will need to be able to replicate in a 4-hour recording session. So, and all of the lines in the audition were like the sort of the lines that appear in red in the spreadsheet on the script. In other words, there's a firefight going on. There's 18 different kinds of cop trying to shoot you. You're screaming at the top of your lungs. Go. So that's what I did in my audition, screaming in a Sheffield accent. And I got the job. And then discovered that actually 4 hours of screaming in a Sheffield accent is quite hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's certainly throwing you in the deep end, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I hadn't really done a computer game. I did one about 7 or 8 years prior to that, but I hadn't had loads of experience at computer game voicing, and so it was a steep learning curve for me, and especially the sort of disjointed nature of it, where all the lines are on a spreadsheet and you're recording in isolation. You're not generally some people, lots of production companies record in different ways, but these guys, here's a spreadsheet, here are your lines. Off you go, and they give you some context. You say, in this one, you're trying to avoid the security cameras, so for God's sake, whisper. Or in this one, you've got electrodes on your testicles, so bear that in mind. There was a lot of kind of performance skills to sort of conjure up, but mainly it was just a physical toll of high energy projection for a protracted period of time. And I think what happened was I sort of took it slightly easier on myself than I had done in the audition. And they rang me back a couple of days later and went, you didn't quite match the energy of your audition. Can you come back and do some of them again?
Oh, my God.
So I did, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, if I haven't delivered, then I want to make sure that the client is happy.
Well, yeah.
It was a steep learning curve at the beginning. And now I've sort of found my feet, and there's not... all the new material seems to be less firefighty and less screamy and tortury, so that I can like vocally cope with it.
Yeah, there is a lot less of the screaming thing, I think. But of course, with a lot of them, a lot of the people who are in the game now, because I mean, there's 23 characters now? I think I've even lost count with like how many there are. Most of them didn't have the first game's experience, whereas you had that behind you, so you've got 2 games worth of voice recording experience with the game with that character, I suppose. So
I suppose that's true, and there's new people been added, over the last few years, isn't there? But I was Hoxton's one of the first 4, 6 heisters.
First 4, yeah, you were one of the originals.
Yeah, which is great.
And not even all the originals came back, did they? Because Damien only took over as Chains for the second game, so you're only one of because I think was it the same for Dallas as well? I think Dallas had the same voice actor. I know Wolf did, but I believe Dallas did as well. So one of the 3 that's been able to carry over that experience. So you're in a very, very small, distinct club there.
I'm very, very lucky. I mean, honestly, and it nearly, as you know, I nearly didn't come back after the first one. So
that was the next thing I wanted to ask about. Yeah, because obviously it was a very interesting situation because if I've heard correctly, it was scheduling conflicts that stopped you from coming back to begin with.
No, that's not actually true. Actually,
isn't it?
No, you're fine. Don't worry. I think somebody somewhere on the internet said that, and that seems to have stuck. And what actually happened was that they just decided to cast a different voice for the sequel, and I think they'd started off as a tiny little indie dev, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Were they called Starbreeze?
Yes.
At the time, and then they sort of got bought by Overkill. I'm sorry, I'm not across exactly who bought what or did what to whom. But
it's not the most clear thing in the world. Yeah, they're kind of like both the same thing now. Starbreeze and Overkill are kind of almost interchangeable at this point.
Yes. What were they called? What were they called? Sledge. Anyway, there was a small indie dev that then got either bought up by or associated with a larger conglomerate. This is my reading of it. And as part of that, they decided, I don't know, they decided to use an American VO for the Hoxton character for Payday 2. And I don't know why. Maybe they thought most of their market was in the US and the voice talent should reflect that. Or maybe they thought, who the hell's this guy? I can't understand half of what he says. For God's sake, let's get a proper voiceover on it. I don't know. But this is the way. I mean, this is how voice acting works. There's no nobody owes you a living.
Yeah, there's no guarantee, of course. Yeah, that I didn't know. I had no idea. Yeah, I have seen that in a few places about the scheduling conflict thing. So I just kind of took that as oak. But obviously, it sounds like that was completely unfounded. Blimey.
Well, I don't know where it came from, and it doesn't. I don't mind if that's what people think. It doesn't really matter. But in terms of setting any kind of record straight, no, there were no scheduling conflicts. Nobody approached me to voice the character for the sequel, and it was only after some very nice people got a petition online saying "Bring back Pete Gold" that they did. So I'm very glad that they did, and I've never looked back.
Wow. See, that makes it more special because obviously with me thinking that it was because of scheduling conflicts, it was kind of like, we really do want you to come back. We know you were busy, but come back. But now it sounds like it was completely different. It was that, you haven't put him in the game. We want him in the game. Change it. Bring him back. It's almost kind of more special, I think, in that way. Well, like there was no intention to return until they asked.
No, it was quite unbelievable, really. And it's quite nice, really, that the world works like that and there's a bit of a democracy going on. And I think the argument was, well, all right, if you all promise to buy the game, then we'll introduce it was some DLC, wasn't it? I think the Hoxton Breakout, and they wrote a backstory and reintroduced me. Great, absolutely great.
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. I really did. I was quite happy about the way it was all arranged and the way you were brought back. I thought it was really, really good. And clearly, people like it. There's people in the live chat now saying that you're their favorite voice actor and they love Hoxton and all this stuff. Yeah, because Hoxton is a really loved character. I mean, I played as him for years. I mean, I do play as someone else now. I'm sorry, I hate to betray you, but
you're fine.
No. Like Hoxton was like my character when I came into the game. It was because it was the British character. I was like, perfect, suits me, works for me. Like I loved it. I thought it was great. So
yeah, I can see that people. I mean, I have to hold my hands up and say I've never actually played Payday, but I can see that if I were, and a shocking revelation, isn't it? I mean, I've watched bits of footage on YouTube, but I've never played it. I'm spectacularly bad. I'm on the record as saying how crap I am at playing computer games, and I just spend the whole time walking into walls and getting killed. I played a really early version of it, and I literally after about 20 minutes I was like, oh, I am failing at this.
seems
So
to be
I
a
did.
common thing. I mean, when I chatted to Ian, he said the same thing, and we actually got him to play with us at one point, and that was a very interesting experience. I'll have to send you the link. You can have a watch if you want. You can have a laugh at
Yes,
his
I'll have a
expense.
look.
Sorry,
I'll
Ian.
have a look at that.
Oh God, but no, that's yeah. What was something else I was going to ask? So yeah, haven't played it. It's yeah. I think really also it's timing as well. You know how much time you really have to afford to that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing sort of various projects, and I don't put aside any time for gaming apart from playing Minecraft with my family. We have a little Sunday morning
Oh
where we play an hour or two of Minecraft, all three of us together, and that's really, really nice.
yeah, that's
Um,
lovely. That's perfect.
but I'm not always chuffed when people say they like Hoxton, and I honestly, uh, you know, I honestly don't know how much credit I can take for that. I think there's lots of other voices that would have done it better, and I actually think a lot of it's in the writing. They wrote him as this sort of pithy, dry, sardonic guy that comes up with witticisms and creates interesting swear words. And that's a lot of that wasn't anything to do with me at all. They allowed me to do a bit of ad libbing, and that's been really fun. I really, really enjoyed the recording sessions for Hoxton because they'll say, here's an example, say something like this, and I'll give the line that's written, and then think of two or three other things that they can use as alternatives as well. So it's nice to have that freedom. But really, I think. I'm not. I think partly why Hoxton has experienced the popularity he has is because he is different. He stands out. He's British. Certainly
Yeah.
in the original lineup, he was your only British option, wasn't he? So
He does. He stands out a lot. I think that's one of the coolest things about him is that this character stands out. And there's some very interesting lines. I mean, there's one in particular that I remember hearing a year or two ago, which I can't swear on YouTube because they pick things up. So I'm gonna have to censor myself. But it's the "F me, my a-hole's going." Where did that one? Was that an ad lib or was that a written one? Can you remember that?
I don't know. That
Because
sounds like one I might have made up.
Yeah, because I remember when that line was added to the game, everyone was going, where is this one? This is a bit like, because he just shouted out at random points that weren't relevant to what was happening, and everyone would just start laughing. I thought it was really strange, but
I have no idea, or if they pieced that together from some other stuff as a little joke, or I don't.
oh no, that sounds like a clean cut, solid recording. I don't think that's been spliced together. That sounds like a specific recording to me. I think.
Literally no idea.
Oh
My God. Long
God,
after I'm dead and gone, I'll be saying obscene things on the internet in a Sheffield accent. That's
Beautiful.
a warm thought.
absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so next thing I want to ask, and this, I mean, it doesn't just apply to you now. This we spoke to Damien as well, and he said the same thing. When they recorded the Hoxton breakout trailer, obviously you didn't play Hoxton in the flesh. For those of you watching, it was actually Josh Len who voices
right.
Bodhi, who played
Yes.
you in the flesh, and then your voice was dubbed over. Because
Yes.
Damien wasn't there either, it was someone else, and he dubbed over his voice. Was there any logic as to why you couldn't make it for that trailer? Was there like a reason? Would you rather have just been the voice, or what was the?
God, no, I would have loved to have been the character, but again, I wasn't asked, and possibly they felt I didn't look physically right for Hoxton. I don't know, and I mean, my in-vision acting credentials are largely amateur. I mean, I've done a lot, but it's all been unpaid. And so they perhaps just went. Also, I can't remember where they shot it, but I mean, they probably wanted a guy who. I think they shot it in the States, didn't they? And they probably wanted someone who was resident in the US, and God knows there's not a shortage of actors to choose from who live in the United States. So I doubt I was anywhere near their radar for that. But it was nice to do the dialogue replacement on it. That was great.
Yeah, because this is what I was thinking. Because like, if I'd have asked you that before they brought the game to an end and they did some more live action stuff for the ending, I probably would have been like, okay, fair enough. But then again, now what they've done with Ian, where they've brought him on to do the flesh as well as the voice, it kind of suggests that it's possible that other actors could follow suit. So my next thing would be, obviously, I don't know whether they've got any more live action things planned for Payday 2, but whatever they do in the future, I'm guessing you'd still be willing to hop in and take over as Hoxton in the flesh if they asked you to do it then.
Bloody love to, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really
hold
nice.
my hands up and say, I don't have the credentials that Josh does, and I have no experience weapons handling or kind of doing stunts and running about and that kind of thing. And I would, if I were them, Hoxton in reality is probably, I don't know how old the folklore says he is, but I reckon he's probably in his mid-30s, isn't he? And
See if I can look it up while we're talking.
I'm
I'll probably get it up.
47, so I'm not. It's a young man's game. This shooting guns and jumping around, isn't it? I'd love to have a go at it, but if I were them, I'd probably wouldn't choose Pete Gold as the first port of call.
Fair enough. I think you could still do it. So, there we go. Right, there we go. So it says you were 32 at the beginning of Payday 2. So if it is 5 years later when the game ended, so 37-ish at in kind of where the story's up to, I would say.
I'm 10 years older than that already. And in any case, there's an element of The Simpsons in this. You know, Bart's still 10 years old after 35 years or whatever. I reckon.
Yeah, you could still do it. I think you could easily still do it. I don't think it'd be an issue really, but no, I think that'd be an interesting thing.
If there's casting directors listening, yeah, I'd love to dress up in a sharp suit and run around holding a gun.
Well, I think Payday 2's account retweeted it. I haven't checked the notifications, but I think they did. Yeah, they did. So they may be listening. So you've made yourself known now.
I'm up for anything, me.
Yeah, I think it'd be great because obviously then that would open up maybe for Josh to still keep doing it, but it has his character as Bodhi and bring some other people in. I think really with the live action stuff, because I think really that's where Payday stands out because it's such a unique thing that a lot of games don't really do it, or at least don't do it to the same caliber that they do with this game. And I think really the more people they can bring in, the actual actors, the better it would be.
They've done a cracking job on all that live action stuff. I mean, it's big budget stuff, isn't it?
It is.
When I was doing the dialogue replacement, I thought, Christ, they've gone to town on this.
Yeah, I think Damien said when I spoke to him that as time went by, because they knew how much they loved the live action stuff, that they did keep increasing the budget because they kept getting all the love back for it. So
yeah,
and it's easy to see why.
Yes, but it's terrific.
It is. It's brilliant. It is. So, last question from me before we get a couple of fan ones in, and it's one I have to ask because otherwise they're going to strangle me in the chat. So I think you may possibly know where this is going. Do you know anything at all about Payday 3?
Well, I wish I could say I do, but I genuinely don't. I mean, it's been there'll be people on the Steam community probably that know more about it than me. It's been mentioned, hasn't it? But not explicitly to me by anyone writing any checks. Do you know what I mean? And the last time I did any kind of internet rummaging on it, I think it was very much on the cards, and then I think there were cash flow issues, weren't there? And and it's now, watch this space. So I'm still watching this space, and the minute they start commissioning things, I hope they will give me a call. I would love to be involved.
Well, there you go. Well, from my perspective, because I've done a few things with it, the financial issues put everything back. It's been in the works on and off since 2017, I think, and they recently announced that they're projecting to release it between 22 and 23. So it's still well on the way. But yeah, we need to have you there. We need to get you in it.
Well, yes, please. I'd jump at the chance. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, this time we won't need to be a Hoxton breakout. You'll be there from the start, hopefully.
That's right. Yes, I hope so. But no, I wish I could shed more light on it than that, but I'm afraid I genuinely don't know anything more about it than that.
Yeah, and I think really, especially with because it isn't like voiceover, I believe one of the later things they do with games anyway. I think if I've heard correctly, because I've looked into some of this stuff, so they might not even ask you for another year or two, even if they want you in it.
Yeah,
so
they'll probably do all the kind of design end of things first, I would think, and then do the voiceover later on. But I mean, a lot of games these days do motion capture, don't they? I know a few people who are involved in that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I think a lot of games they design sort of the other way around. They do the casting and the performance stuff first, and then I imagine they sort of start rendering sort of backgrounds after that. But yeah, with certainly, I'm not expecting a phone call from them until they're kind of a few months away from launch, probably.
Yeah, probably will be that, won't it? But it'd be good. I hope to see you back. I hope to see a lot of them back. I think it'd be good.
Well, I think there's more. It's got legs, hasn't it? There's more adventures for everyone to have, and there's loads of characters to choose from, and they're all well. There's loads of sort of background going on. So, and it seems to be forever popular, and long may it last.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot of debate about like which characters will return. I mean, I'm of a mind personally that the ones where they aren't involved with like crossovers, like when they've done John Wick and stuff like that, like the people who are built around and built for Payday, I don't see any reason why they can't come back. And obviously that includes like Hoxton and all the original people, and I think it'd be great.
Yeah, none of them have been written out. There's nothing that says, and then they all, drove a bus off a cliff. I mean, they're just awaiting further instructions at the moment, I think, aren't they?
Well, when they ended it, the different thing was when they finished the game, they did the last live action thing. There was like a credit sequence where they basically said what every character went off to go and do, and they all had their own adventures. But the thing that I've always said is that it's not directly hinted at that happened immediately after it, even though they were like putting their feet up and Dallas had a boat and all that stuff. It wasn't directly hinted at that immediately after that cutscene they all went off to do that stuff. So they could still do it, but there could be a third game in between. I think personally, I don't know. I think it's probably something they could easily slide in there.
I wonder if they'll start doing prequels. That's
They
what
could
that's
do.
what Hollywood does, isn't it? They go, oh, right, we're a bit scuppered with a sequel. Let's do a prequel.
Yeah, exactly. Could work quite well. Could do. But yeah, so I thought I'd ask about Payday 3. I expected that answer, but people want to know. I do too, but you get the
Wow.
similar
So do
kind
I.
of answer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry, I can't help, but yeah, keep asking by all means.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. Right. Okay. So we've got a few questions from people who were leaving some things in response to the tweet and in response to the post. So we've got. Let's start off with a really basic British question, and then anyone who's not British is going to feel alienated here. So I'm very sorry, but Mad Games wants to know what's your favourite brand of tea.
Do you know what? I'm not that fussy about tea. I mean, I should be drinking Yorkshire tea, shouldn't I?
You should be, but I don't drink tea
Yorkshire
either,
tea.
so I think we're perfect.
Brewed in Yorkshire for Yorkshire people. I think the slogan used to go last time I looked at a TV commercial. Oh, Yorkshire tea, PG tips. I've actually, do you know what? Sorry to be right on, but I've now switched to, can't remember, I think it might be Twinings, but one of the brands that does tea bags that don't have microplastics in.
Oh.
My mum sent me an article saying, tea bags have got plastics in, And I thought, oh God, really? There's plastics everywhere, for God's sake. So I switched brand, and I'm perfectly happy. As long as it's hot and strong and has got half a teaspoon of sugar in it, I'm good.
Sounds good to me. I'm just like not a British person at all because I just don't drink tea. That's the problem.
Get out.
Yeah, well, sorry. I'll revoke my accent. Oh God.
Already. Yeah. No, well, thanks for the question.
It's all right. Next one we've got from I've lost my place. There we go. Builder Bros Building Channel, great name, wants to know what was your I mean, I presume this one won't work. They ask you what your favourite heist you recorded lines for. You probably I don't know whether you know.
My favourite heist.
Yeah.
Would you know what? I really enjoyed the safe house thing. That was bonkers. Because I think when I recorded all that, I had no idea John Cleese was going to be playing my butler.
Oh God, of course, yeah, because he was your butler, yeah.
and I think I only found out afterwards when they launched it, and God knows he looks enough like John Cleese as well, doesn't he? The character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, oh my God, it's actual John Cleese. And it would have been great to do the session in the same voiceover booth as him. My God.
Imagine, that would have been good, wouldn't it? That would have been,
but just to be associated with him retrospectively was brilliant. So that was probably my favourite one. I think I just recorded that in my cupboard right here.
In your cupboard?
I've got a little cupboard in my spare room.
Okay.
With my studio kit in it, and that's where I work from. I work on my own in a cupboard all day.
Have you got a name for it? Because Ian's got something like that, and he calls it the lockbox for very obvious reasons.
Box. That's very good. No, the Hox box. And I call it that. No, well, from now on, it's the Hox box.
It's the Hox box. Yeah, it has to be now. It's the Hox box.
I might get into trouble with Ian for copyright issues, but there we go.
Oh dear. No, yeah, that's because I wasn't sure whether you'd remember like the heist specifically. So that's cool that you did. Because I was gonna say it was either that or favorite recording session. Whichever one worked more. But that's the safe house stuff was great.
The Christmas album was a fun session. And I think that was a couple of sessions actually, but that was unlike anything I've ever done.
Yeah. I want to ask about that as well. I want to try and slot that in if we had some time, because obviously, like, besides the original recordings, you've done the Christmas stuff. You did the reading for the Christmas poem, the Christmas Just Gone, and like you've done quite a lot of the like other voicing bits as Hoxton. It's kind of been like a favourite to do those kind of things.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like listening to you singing "Deck the Halls" to get in the festive spirit. I have to admit.
It's so weird. There's so many nice people on Twitter who say things like, "It's not Christmas until you've heard Hoxton swearing tunefully."
Yeah, exactly. It really isn't. I think it's beautiful.
That was great. Simon Vickland's brilliant, absolutely brilliant songwriter and sort of music producer as well. And I think the tracks are great.
They are. They really are good. They're fabulous.
I speak as a singer-songwriter. I have a sort of little background in comedy songs as well, and I was, I spent years sort of peddling them on the internet, and then suddenly the big explosion for me has been somebody singing someone else's sweary songs as a character. So it's been great. Really
it's fab. Yeah, no, because there's some great recordings. They're not like I'm getting caught in my words. They're not like subpar songs or anything. Like they're properly written and recorded, and everything about it is like properly like really high quality, and then you've got Hoxton singing all the lyrics or swearing, and it just works. It shouldn't, but it works so well, and it's brilliant.
It's really daft. It's really silly as well, and they even wrote a little backstory, didn't they, about smuggling recording equipment into prison and that sort of thing. They've really thought about this.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was so good, honestly. Okay, another one we got from Alexandros Giancari. Nice name. Do you get recognised often as Hoxton? I'm not sure how often does that happen to you, if it happens much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really, because this is one of the great things about being a voiceover. Is a private little joke with the world. I used to be the voice of the Wild Bean Cafe at BP petrol stations, going, "There's 3 for 2 on all Diet Cokes." And my local shop is a BP, so every time I would go down the road for a pint of milk, I could hear myself selling things to me, and the shop was full of other people who had no idea that it was me, and I was shuffling around in my slippers looking at semi-skimmed milk. So that's one of the nice things about voiceover, is that it doesn't matter how I'm not famous at all, really, but even if I were a voiceover megastar, nobody would know what the hell I look like, and I could still go out for a pint of milk in my slippers.
Yeah, that's quite good, because I was going to say, like, there could be people who are watching now who've walked past you and never realised, Yeah. So that's the illusion, isn't it?
Very occasionally, somebody will say, these days it's people's children actually who are into it. I'm almost a whole generation older than them, and they'll go, "What do you do for a living again?" "I'm a voice actor." "All right, don't you think good?" "Well, I've done a computer game." "All right, I play computer games. What is it?" "Oh, I think called Payday." "Oh, really? God, no way! I play that all the time." "I was Hoxton." "What?" I've had a couple of people where that conversation's
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I love Hoxton."
Then you get used to try and do voice lines.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
well, mostly, yes, you have to be in the right place to start doing Hoxton, because if you do that on the bus, then you'll get thrown off for foul language. But
you will. Oh, blimey. That's fab, though. It is great. That's what I thought, because it's like, obviously, I mean, your face is plastered over the screen right now, so there's a few more people who know what you look like if they didn't already, so sorry about that. But
it's probably an old publicity shot, and I doubt most people would recognise me right now in my painting gear. I'm trying to strip wallpaper in the hallway, and I've got my scruffiest clothes on, and my hair's all upside down, and I'm about 15 years older than when the photos were taken, so I'm probably still fairly incognito, I would think.
Oh, blimey. Oh, here we go. We got one in the live chat from 15. This is something I wanted to ask, actually, to round it off. Had we had more time, I would have gone into this in more depth, because I like to ask not just about Payday, because obviously it's not the only thing that a voice actor would do. So I thought if we could give you a bit of a chance, are there any other roles that you've done voice acting for or been involved in any way that you want to talk about for a minute or two and let people know, like, here's something else that Hoxton's actor has done? Is there anything in particular there you want to share?
Well, one of the brilliant things about voiceover is that it's never the same job every day. There's so much variety in it. And I do everything from radio ads to corporate videos to explainer films, and a lot of e-learning training videos. If anyone is working for Mercedes-Benz and trying to understand their products in depth so that they can sell all the benefits to the customer, then it will be me explaining how the hydraulic system works on a sports car roof and that kind of thing. So I sort of get into every nook and cranny of the voiceover industry, and that's one of the things I like about it. I think the stuff that I'm most proud of in the last few years is stuff I've done for the Wireless Theatre Company, who, among other people, make projects for Audible.
Okay.
And not just audiobooks. So they specialise in audio dramas. So a massive epic production with a dozen or so actors playing all the parts. And I've been involved in The Darkwater Bride, Treasure Island. I had a fairly good part in the recent production of The Three Musketeers. I played a jailer who was a puritanical jailer put in charge of Milady de Winter, and who was inevitably seduced by her charms and helped her escape and killed the Duke of Buckingham, only to be abandoned on the beach as she set sail for France. So he was an absolute idiot. But that was absolutely great fun, because that is sort of, this is one of the things I love about Payday as well, is that it's proper acting. I mean, there's an element of acting in doing a radio commercial or a corporate video, but for me, it's like proper like drama school acting, doing the sort of audio dramas and that kind of thing. And yeah, I've really, really enjoyed doing that. The one I missed out was War of the Worlds, which the Audible released this, it must be a couple of years ago now, is a full-on version of the original text, really, of War of the Worlds, the original text of the novel. And it's H.G. Wells, isn't it? And but interspersed with Jeff Wayne's souped-up musical concept album, revamped for the 21st century. And it was absolutely fantastic. It's this brilliant production, and I got to spend a whole day just sitting around with famous actors recording all the different parts for that. It was absolutely amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, I remember that because they had a big advert campaign behind it as well. It was all over the TV, like in ad breaks and stuff. All the time we're seeing them mention that there was a new version of War of the Worlds going on Audible. So that's crazy
right.
to see. Like it was advertised so much, and then you were involved in it. I wish I'd actually picked it up and listened to it now.
It's right. It's absolutely terrific. It's a really brilliant adaptation, and I spent the whole day with Michael Sheen recording. Actually, I thought I was going to play the priest at one point, and so they got me to record all the lines opposite Michael Sheen, and I was like, "Wow, God, I just played this amazing part opposite Michael Sheen." And then they called me about, I don't know, 2 months later to say, "Right, we need you to come back in. The guy who's actually playing the parson, he's free now. His schedule's available, so we're going to get him to come in, and you can read all Michael Sheen's parts against him." So I eventually realised that most of my bits were going to end up on the cutting room floor, but it was it was an amazing opportunity, and I still play. I played a soldier here and a hotel receptionist there, little bits and bobs, and it's just been a really, really good experience for me and really hugely enjoyable.
Yeah, it does sound fun. Even if like some of it was left in the cutting room floor, you could say, well, you did the lines that Michael Sheen had also recorded as well. So there's that too.
Right. And one of the production assistants pointed out that they could do a version where it was me playing both parts.
They could well do.
And I said, "Oh, my mum would like that."
Just you do the whole book. The War of the Worlds as portrayed by Pete Gold, just like the Hoxton voice creeps in or something on one of the characters.
That would have been funny. The whole thing read as Hoxton. That would have been
cracking. Yeah, or just like every single bit was just a different voice you've done over the years.
That was brilliant fun. So that's been sort of a slightly new departure for me in the last, 3 years or so, and I would sincerely like to do more of that, and I need to sort of stick my head up and wave at people and go, if there's any more audio dramas going, I'd love to be involved.
Yeah,
so
it's a nice little field to get into. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, great fun.
Oh, that's fab. Right.
Thank you for asking the question. It was very nice. It was very self-indulgent of me, wasn't it? But thanks for going on.
Oh no, because that's the thing is that like the thing that I don't like when I see a lot of interviews is that when people just focus on the one role. I mean, obviously it's what they're known for, but I always think they've done other stuff. It's interesting to listen to what else they've done, and if they have any like personal gems, I always think that's a nice thing to kind of delve into a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people make a good, solid day in, day out living out of video game voiceovers, and I'm not really one of them. I mean, I know Hoxton's been massive for me, but it's not how I earn most of my bread and butter. Although, to be honest, the way I earn most of my bread and butter isn't terribly glamorous or exciting, and you wouldn't want me to go on in depth about the e-learning projects and that kind of thing. But there are one or two things that are properly exciting for me. Even as a jaded hack who's been in the industry 24 years, I still get excited about some bits and bobs of it.
Oh, well, that's good, though. It is. It's good. Yeah. So, are there any adverts on at the minute that I need to listen out for with your voice, or?
Do you know what? I don't think there are. I don't think I'm on any TV stuff at the moment.
Oh,
I did QuickBooks. There was a QuickBooks campaign that was on for about 3 or 4 years, and everyone I came into contact with in the industry would go, "Oh, it's you on a bloody QuickBooks advert. I can't get away from you." So that was good. That was great, because that's, apart from that's a nicely paid gig, and also a good sort of profile hook to hang yourself on. The bloody QuickBooks guy, yeah, I've heard him. So that's always great. But no, nothing at the moment. Actually, it's mostly bread and butter sort of radio commercials and corporate videos.
Fair enough.
I'll do anything. I'll say any words you pay me to say. That's being a voiceover, really.
Careful, or I'll get you to do some lines in the live chat now. I don't know.
I have to apologise to everyone who's mailed me things at Hoxton On Demand. My other sort of Twitter alter ego is Hoxton On Demand, and I haven't done anything there for probably over a year. And it's not because I'm too big for mid boots and don't think that I should be nice to the fans. It's just because I'm too busy and too tied up with all sorts of other things. I haven't. It's not like I'm never doing it again. At some point, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to try and carry out all of the requests that have built up on there over the last year and a bit. But sincere apologies if anyone's been posting on that.
Yeah. Oh, no, because it's fab. I remember I need to use that. I got you to record one saying to subscribe to my channel, but I think at that point I'd switched over from playing as Hoxton to playing as Sydney, and then it literally in the clip it says subscribe to Production Live. He plays as me in Payday, so what more could you ask for? And I thought I can't use that now. Oh dear. So maybe I should slide something in there as well.
Please do. No, honestly, please feel free to make requests there. I mean, I would say even on a good day. It could be several weeks before I get around to doing it, but I do intend to go back to that. And apologies to everyone who's said, "Will you wish my mate a happy birthday tomorrow?" And that was 18 months ago. I'm sorry about that.
Wish him happy birthday for the next one.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've put the @ in the description in the live chat for anyone who's interested. So it's @ Hoxton on demand if you have any requests for him. So there you go. You get more work as well now.
Yeah, that's right. It's not pay. It's all free. I hate.
Yeah, it's all free.
I don't charge any money, so it's just it's like a thank you to everyone. Because I frankly wouldn't be doing this if 7,000 people hadn't signed a petition. So thanks to everyone who signed a petition, and I'll do your outgoing voicemail for free.
Exactly. There you go. Honestly, right. Okay. I will have to ask because I don't want to get rid of you, but I imagine you may be coming towards the end of the time you've got.
I need to. Yeah, sorry. I need to. I won't bore you with it, but apart from wallpaper stripping and having lunch, I've got a couple of other things I need to record. Thank you.
It's all good. No worries. Thank you, Pete. Thanks for coming on. I'd like to think hopefully we can bring you back on. I'm trying to possibly think about arranging one where getting a few people to come in at the same time because we've had a few different people on now. It might be nice to get like a team group call or something. So
great idea.
I'll see if I can arrange it. I'll see if I can get hold of you and we'll talk about it. Because yeah, I'd love to have you back. I've shortchanged you because you've not been here for as long as everybody else, and I'm not happy about that.
No, I'm sorry to have to dash off, but I'm up for anything, anytime. Just drop us a thingy on Twitter, and I'll get back to you. That'd be lovely.
Absolutely not a problem. Thanks for coming on. Before you go though, because someone in the chat has said the Duck Project wants you to sign off on the call as Hoxton. So if you want to say goodbye and hang up before you do, make sure you say it as Hoxton, because then you've answered a request.
Happy fucking heisting, you wankers. Take care.
Thanks very much, Pete. Much appreciated. All right, take care. See you later.
Bye.
And there we go. That is the call ended. Fam, there we go. Hello. Right, I haven't ended the stream just yet because I thought I'd just say goodbye now because it's not been the longest stream in the world. That was great. I'm really, really glad that he came on. I don't think he was looking at the live chat. I sent him the link on Twitter, and as far as I could tell, I don't think he read it. No, he didn't. So he was just literally talking to me. So there you go. But yeah, so as I said to Pete then, that was I had great fun. I had really great fun. I do wish he'd been around for longer, but obviously, not everyone has all the time in the world for what you want, and what we got from him there, I think, was fab, because we got the main questions out there. I wanted to ask him about, how the Hoxton thing started, because it's something that we ask every single one that comes on here. It's fab to find out the origins and all that. And, I mean, for me personally, the screen keeps fading. Sorry about that. It's like just a still picture on my Xbox. I was really interested personally about the fact that he said that it wasn't actually because of scheduling conflicts, it was that he wasn't asked, but now, obviously, Overkill have realised, oh god, Hoxton's a really popular character, keep him in, because not only did they bring him back with the Breakout, they actually did all the Christmas songs with him singing. The DC Winter's Night they did just last December, which was, I know, just a PC update, but that whole website had a Christmas story that Hoxton read right the way through. There's all little bits and bobs of that they've gone to Hoxton to do, and I think it's really great. I really do. I love it. I mean, also just as a British person, having a British character in the game is dope. I love it. I think it's great. So, no, what a good afternoon. I'm really glad that he's been there. Thank you, Troy, for doing this. Oh, it's no problem at all. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I know it's not the most amazing blow away viewership, but that's only because it's literally 3 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon in the UK. American people are in school or possibly still asleep, depending on where you are. I don't know. Or in work. So I know people will catch up and watch back the stream if they want to. So thank you for being here. Before I go, though, I would just like to ask, would anyone like me to come back in about an hour and do a live stream? I don't know what I'd play, but I have seriously neglected you guys recently because I've been really busy getting back into the flow with uni and then being ill for a week and all that stuff. So I could come back and play something. if you want. I don't know what you want me to do. I could play some Payday, but I'm open. I could come back and do a quick little Payday Xbox One stream if you fancy it, or we could leave it. I don't know. I'm going to stream tomorrow night anyway. I know that much. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow night with GTA 4. That's still happening regardless, but I don't know. What would you guys like to see? GTA 4 I'll do tomorrow, Blue Marks, because I don't want to leave. I don't want to do something yet. Yeah. Okay, what do people want to see? I've been playing Hitman 2 a bit. I bought the bank heist map for Hitman 2, so there's that. Could go back into that, but I have played it through, so yeah. Could do Payday 2. Tainted Tally's still here. Hey, Elizabeth, you want to stick around? I'll do Payday. You want to stick around for some Payday? I'll end this stream and set up a new one, obviously. I don't want to split this out. I might cut this bit out of the VOD. I don't know. I might keep it in. Yeah, go on. I'll do some Payday on console for a little bit. That'd be good. I'd love to play Payday with you, but I'll play on PS4. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, go on. I'll do at least an hour of Payday 2 on console. I've left you guys alone for too long. I'll bring it back, and then I'll have a video ready this weekend. I'm looking forward to getting this one out, because I haven't done a scripted one in a while, so. Right, okay. Keep an eye out. Payday 2 Xbox One stream, I'll start in 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer. Or Hitman. Or do you want me to do Hitman? Oh, sure, if it's Payday. Fine, Elizabeth, fine. If Overkill are watching, I'll do Payday. And that, no, I'll do Payday, because I haven't streamed Payday for a little bit. I think it'll be a good time. So, yeah, I will set it up, Fallout New Vegas one day. Oh, I need to do that too. I will do that soon as well. I own it. I need to stream Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks all for hanging out for the interview. I do appreciate it. And Pete probably isn't still watching this now, but thanks to Pete for being here. I really do appreciate it. It's been a nice time, and it's always good to chat to the actors. And you heard me say it to him. I really would like to try and arrange it where everyone can come back, where we can have like an Avengers Endgame of Payday voice actors, where we bring Damien back, because it's been like a year and a half since he's been here now. Bring Ian back. Bring Pete back. I'm looking at possibly getting a couple of other people in. I'm in discussions with one in particular. I've mentioned a few times, but I can't name drop until it actually happens. So I'd rather not do that. But I'd like to bring as many people in as I can. I still really want to bring in. I still really want to bring in Georgia Van Coilenberg. I hope I pronounced that right. Who plays Sydney, but getting hold of Georgia is impossible, because she's a really charitable person. Goes out and does loads of amazing stuff, and she's very rarely on social media. So if anyone knows her, if you happen to know Georgia, feel free to send her my way. I would love to do a Sydney stream. That is like a top goal, but I have to admit, right now, nothing is in the works for that. I would love to do it, but if anyone can get it sorted, so let me know. Okay, Ian's a regular. He is. Like, Ian is an absolute legend. He's bought me a drink in person. Like, I think he can't get rid of me now. He can't get rid of me. That's just the simplicity of it. Oh, sorry, I was just drinking my comedy juice, so it can be funnier. Why did I say that? That's such a stupid thing to say. Okay, anyway, right. I'm going to leave you guys. I'm going to put the outro song on, and I'll be back in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Let me just make a drink, get some food, get ready for some Payday for a bit, and we'll have some fun. We'll have some good times. Xbox One Payday, share it around, let people know in the Discord and all that stuff while I go get ready. I'll leave you with the outro song. It's called Security by I Am Not Shane. It's one word. It's another one of the people who is on Vanos Gaming's record label, so if you want to use it as a YouTuber or a streamer, it's copyright free. And personally, this song is stuck in my head. I think it's absolutely phenomenal, and I really hope you enjoy it. You've heard it in the intro, hear it in the outro. But thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate you. Love you guys, and I'll see you very shortly with a Payday stream. Take care. See you all soon. Oh, I need to probably skip this a tiny bit to get to the song. I left a gap with the thumbnail in, so they would work. There we go. See you later, guys. Really hope you enjoy it. You've heard it in the intro. Hear it in the outro. What is happening? It's broken. Oh my god, the outro song's broken. Ah! Oh, that's not what you want. I don't know what happened there. I literally just put the remote down and it went, nah, you know what? I fancy skipping the song. So let's try that again. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you later. Take care.
Take me back, let me go. Pulling in, keep me close. You can be mine, I can be yours. Same old dance. Got a sight you don't know, a heart I don't show. You can have mine, I can have yours. I see you coming, I see you coming around. I want you loving, but I don't wanna let you down. Don't know why you keep on coming around. If I'm nothing, pull me to the other side. What's it all for? I'll be yours. I got no more closed doors. Open yours. One more kiss. We resist tonight. see you coming around. Now I you loving, but I don't wanna let you down. Don't know why you keep on coming around. If I mean nothing, pull me to the other side. What's it all for? I'll be yours.